Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Southlake. So I know there was not a video last week and there's not really going to be a excuse this week. It was more I forgot about Southlake last week. It was only like on I think Thursday. I asked my girlfriend, I was like, hey babe, what day is it? And she's like, it's Thursday. I'm like, shit, I didn't upload Southlake. So I completely forgot. That is my fault. So one thing that did get completed in the past week or two is this building here. We kind of started on it, I think, on the last part of Southlake that we did. And here's the finished version. So I think it actually looks very, very good. There is one touch that I really like, which I will show you guys when we get up close. And is the difference between this regular glass and adding some not statistics, but style to it. Basically, it's just adding carpet like this. So we added glass panes every other one. And then in between those, we added just light gray carpet. What this does is it kind of separates the windows a little bit, kind of gives you a different perspective from every angle that you look. So like from right here, you can't really see any glass, which is what I like about it. So it's just a small little detail can make a big difference in how a building looks and how the windows look and just all that stuff. So I think today what we're going to do is I want to build a parking garage right next to this building. I feel like that would be actually a pretty good spot. The question is, do we want to attach to it or do we want it to be like more off to the side? That's the only thing I'm not too sure about. Also, one of the new materials, andesite brick, whatever I just got rid of. Well, hold on, where is it? What's it called? What's it called? I can't find it. I can't find the block. Oh my goodness, where's the block? Okay, yeah, just give me a second. Yep. Here it is. End stone bricks is what I was saying. They look good at close. I thought, I'd use these for the side of the buildings because usually the side of skyscrapers, if there's a lot of buildings like connected together, they don't really have any windows on the sides. So I was trying to figure out, okay, I think this block would look pretty good for the sides. It looks good up close, but once you scoot back, it kind of looks like shit, if you ask me. Again, pardon all my cussing in this video, but I'm just letting you guys know my true honesty of things. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that building. I mean, there's still some things that need to be done, obviously, but for the most part, it's done. I don't really think there's any need to take another part doing that. Also, hopefully you guys are enjoying the mansion that we are still building. No, give me that back. I caught it before it hit the ground. That was awesome. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the mansion in Season 3 of Houses. This might be the last house. There may be one more after this. I'm not 100% sure at this point. So kind of stay tuned in for that on what exactly we're going to be doing. But I think that might be the last house if I have to guess. So we're going to use some stone. Maybe some stone brick stairs might look pretty good here. Maybe actually replace the cobblestone or stone bricks with cobblestone might look pretty good. Yep. I think that's looking pretty good. Might need some cobblestone walls. So basically, I'm going to try to make a very, very simple. When I say simple, it's going to be my kind of simple to where it's probably not going to be simple at all. Little parking garage here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We'll go 4 blocks on the end. Stack it up 3 blocks, just like this. And the rest of it will be stone going all the way up. So I think this will be a good idea for a parking garage right here. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. So I think as we're doing, it's going to be an attached parking garage. And we're going to have another skyscraper on the other side of it. So basically, you're going to have a parking garage in between 2 buildings. Or if we really didn't like how it looked, we could always add another building on top of it. That's another option that we have. A lot of cities do that. So again, we have quite a few options that we can really go with here. It's just really trying to figure out which one is going to be the right one for us when it comes to the design phase and all that stuff. Let's see. So one of the things I want to talk about is thank you to Madrinas. So they have been sponsoring the house series, guys. I'm not sure if you guys have been watching that or not, but a huge thanks to them for supporting the house series because they're a great company, guys. And, if you do like my channel, I know a lot of you guys don't come back to watch every single video I make. But, each individual one of you does make a big difference. So if you do like my channel and you want to, support my content, definitely go support them because they are supporting my channel. They're not paying me to do this advertisement. It's really just a big shout out to them and thank you to them for supporting me in the house series and getting that out faster to you guys as well. So you guys also have them to thank for how quickly the house series came out. Let's see. Maybe what other material do I want to use? Maybe some light gray hardened clay. So I think this will look pretty good. So what I'm thinking is, so we have this here. Now we need a pretty big gap. So I'm thinking maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 block gap for the cars to come through. There we go. I think that'll look pretty good. Let's see. So we would have a edge here, so you kind of have a block clearance. Have another one, 1, 2, 3. Another one. Yeah, I just got rid of my block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So it should be a odd number because all of our cars should be odd numbers once they are made. That's the whole purpose of them. So I have this one here. We're going to stack it up 3 blocks, like all the other ones. If you guys want to follow along with this design, go right ahead. And let's see. So I'm not really too sure on how tall I want this parking garage to be yet, because I don't want to make it too tall and then find out, well, it's going to be kind of hard to add another building on top of it if we don't like how it looks. So I'm really just trying to account for future when, you know, it's going to be more close to being done. I don't want to like jump the gun now and say, okay, I'm going to make it this tall. And then I'm like, crap, I made it the wrong height, you know? I don't want to do that. So also, we need our stone slabs to fill in the rest of our sidewalk here. Or, hold on a second, we can actually just do this. So, we could just have our grass continue all the way over here. Aha! And maybe we can even just get rid of these and replace this with our grass. I really do like these new grass blocks. I think they actually look pretty good. Especially from a distance, the grass looks really good. And so I think that's why I want to keep using them. Something maybe... Something like... No, let's just make it a full... We're going to make it even. I think it might look a little bit better this way. Let's do this. Going around. There we go. And let's have this come all the way out and be even as well. That would just look kind of weird. And voila. So, again, we're adding a lot more grass and stuff like that to this portion of the city. Because if you look on, like, Google Maps, for example, and you go to any city, you're going to see a lot of green. And that's one of the things I've always been missing and lacking in my cities is a lot of greenness. So that's one thing I want to, you know, start doing a little bit more so I can kind of perfect that. So we're going to have this come back one more block. Come up with our stone. So, again, I'm not sure on the design yet, guys. I'm still trying to figure that out as we speak. So, I'm like trying to figure out, you know, are these good materials? You know, are the materials that we're going to use are going to be good enough for the area? Because, again, we want everything to look very, very nice here. This is going to be more of the central downtown area. Also, I have been thinking about it, and I know a lot of you guys have been wondering about it. And that question is, when are we going to start on the airport? So I've actually been thinking about it quite a bit and trying to figure out, okay, where is going to be a good time to start it? And that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. So really, it's just going to be, I think I might have a good idea for where to place it. But we're really just going to have to wait and see how that really turns out first. So kind of stay tuned for that in the next couple parts if you are interested in that. So that's too tall if we want that to be our first. Hold on. So let's think about this. So they're going to come in right here. So we're going to get rid of all these slabs. This is where you're going to turn into the actual parking garage itself. Also, again, not sure how big this parking garage is going to be either in length or width. That's going to be, again, something that we're going to have to figure out as we go. So they're going to be coming in here. So technically, we want this to be even with this. So this is where the first level would go, the entrance level. So we need to figure out, I think this should be the good starting point. So right here would be the good starting point. So we're going to add in a upside down stair. Actually, let's actually do... I'm trying to think. Would anvils look pretty good here? Let's try it. I haven't really used anvils in a while. That might look pretty good, actually. For the first level, I'm not going to do that on all of them. I think for the first level, that might look pretty good. Again, we'll see how things look later on. But I think to finish it off as well, we're going to add gray carpet on top of it. There we go. Boop, boop. And this adds a little bit more detail and overhang to it as well. Now we're going to move up to the next one. So 1, 2, 3, I think will be a good height. And then we're going to start doing this pattern, which I think will add a lot of detail to how this entire parking garage will look in the long run. There we go. We're out of swiftness as well. So I think that looks pretty good. So that would be one level. And then we go up to the next 1, 2, 3. On the fourth, we have regular stair. And then we'll come up a block, leave a gap, and then put our light gray stained clay, or hardened clay, whatever the hell they call it, in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And pop, 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 pop. We're really, I think this is going to be a good idea. You know, I'm really hoping it's going to be. So I think that looks pretty good. So I think 3 stories will be good enough for now. But for the next portion, I think we should have iron bars. I think that will look better than the anvils on every single one. I only want to have the anvils on the first floor. I think that will look best. So there we go. And we'll add one more up here just in case. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to have these come over. So this needs to come back one more block. Stack all the way up with this. So basically they're going to be even with each other here. Alrighty. Let's move this back one. Oh, man. We're really flying through this. I'm not really talking about a specific topic today. Just more focusing on building, which hopefully you guys are going to like. I know a lot of you guys like when I just build. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, that's in the wrong one. This one should go in the middle. There we go. So this is, again, the entrance into... It could be the entrance or exit. I'm not 100% sure yet. Once we get everything done, we might be able to figure that out more often. But, you know, that's going to be kind of a clear-cut answer here in a little bit. So I'm really trying to figure out, do we want to add a building on top of it? You know, it wouldn't be a skyscraper, but it would be kind of more of a smaller office building that you can still kind of park in if you work in this skyscraper, for example. So it's really hard trying to figure out, like, how do I want to do this? Because, again, if you want to build a city, you have to think so many steps in advance. And that's one of the hardest parts about building a city that I think a lot of people have trouble with. It's, okay, so when I build a city, you know, I'm thinking about 10 to 15 different things. And that's why it is so difficult for me to, you know, say, okay, I like this because I might change my mind because I find something better and something more interesting to use or something like that. So really, you're trying to figure out what is going to be the best thing I can do for if I want to change it later on or add something on to it. So you're really trying to figure out what is the best balancing act between them. So next, we need to have another wall here. So do we want, I don't want them all to be even. Let's have this one come out one more block. That way it's not all even. We kind of have a little bit of offset here, which might make it look a little bit better in my opinion. So have this come all the way back down real quick. So kind of starting on the same plane though, have this come all the way over. I'm not going to count how far I'm moving over. It's not really a tutorial, but also I'm not sure how far I'm going to move it over either because we are going to have some glass here. This one might be the best looking part of the parking garage if it turns out like I hope it does. Now that is the hard part, hoping it turns out like I hope it does. Because I can think it might look good, but you know, using different materials and stuff like that, you're really going to get a different reaction on everything. So what I'm thinking, we need stone. Or actually, we don't really need stone for right now. So what I'm thinking is maybe what kind of fences do we want to use? I think birch might look pretty good, actually. So we'll go every other 1, 2, 3. Just like this. So this might be a faster way to do it. Oh, come on. I can't reach it. Man, that sucks. All right. Never mind. Scratch that idea. And this is going to be the part that takes probably the longest because it's so tedious and don't want to make sure I miss anything. Get rid of that one. So again, this is right. We're doing pretty good. I think the birch is a good way to go. It's a very bright color, so I think it will look good with everything else surrounding by it. There we go. And pop, pop. How many more do we want to go? So here's where you're going to have like some of the elevators and stuff like that for the parking garage. That's why this part's going to be a little bit longer and more of an eye catcher because we want this kind of to look more modern, I guess. So I really want to go with that. And we'll make that one the last one. So kind of knock it off from here. So how many fences do we have total? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fence posts total, which I think is a pretty good number to have. It should be odd anyways, so we're good. And have this basically do the same thing. Come all the way over. Again, this is supposed to be a very simple design that's supposed to look very good and modern. The only thing I'm kind of not sure about at this moment is the materials. Because usually I like to use more of a brighter colors. But I think it's starting to look better as we go on. So it's still kind of growing on me. So you might have to give me some time before I fully get used to it. I'm just trying to make sure, man, because I don't want to redo it all if I have to. But if I have to, I will. I've done it before with entire skyscrapers. But also another thing I do want to add over here, and probably add quite a bit more over here on this side of the city, is I do want to add more construction buildings, which I know we have one of them over kind of towards this area. But I want to have more, so it kind of looks like the city is building up. I do want to build another stadium. I'm not sure, again, where. Probably somewhere over here in the near future, as that is where that might go. But again, we have so many other things to think about first. Because again, there's so much planning going ahead into this, guys. I mean, that's why you don't see any houses yet. Because I don't want to just have next to my skyscrapers, suburban houses. To me, that's not going to look right. So really, if you want to build a city, here's a huge tip. You got to get used to thinking 30 steps ahead on, once you build something, how can I immediately use it later on? And that's really the hardest thing, in my opinion, is, okay, I already have the design thought in my head, but how will it look with everything else? So really, I think this is actually looking pretty good. If we did want to add a building on top of it, I think this will be very capable of it with still looking good. So I think either way, what we do will look pretty good with this combination. So I'm kind of happy with that. Why did it place it over there? How much time are we at? We're at 16 minutes. Holy crap, guys. We are running a lot longer than usual. So guys, that is it for this episode of Building Southlake. This should be 2. Okay, I did get it right. So that will be it for this episode of Building Southlake, guys. Thank you very much for watching, as always. I will see you guys hopefully next week for another episode, as long as I don't forget. Also, if you want to go check out my other channel, doing a lot of Battlefield 1 stuff right now, we have uploaded, I think, almost 10 videos of Battlefield 1 in the past week. So if you want a lot more content on Battlefield 1 and also Call of Duty when it comes out, definitely go subscribe to that channel to check it out, guys. So thank you very much for watching. It's greatly appreciated, and that link will be in the description, by the way. So bye-bye.